economy is on a tear at the moment. We've got coordinated global growth. We haven't seen this since the financial crisis. Money is pouring into the emerging markets. Is there a danger that this scenario allows too many countries to kind of rock back on their heels, relax a little bit, and not maybe pursue some of the reforms that are so critical to keep this thing on the rails?
Yeah, it is a recovery, and it's a good, broad recovery across advanced and emerging market countries. And as you say, it's really important for countries to take advantage of this opportunity, to make the most of it, to fix what remains to be fixed, to take steps to have faster growth in the future, and not to relax and just enjoy the ride. It's not a period with no risks. We think that the risks are balanced. Growth could accelerate more than we expect, or some of the financial vulnerabilities could lead to problems in some places. So it's not an environment without risk, but it's an environment of opportunity.
Inflation has fallen incredibly fast here in Russia. We've gone from sort of 17, 18% down. We've just had 2 prints that are below 4%, which is the central bank's target. If you were the governor of the central bank here, would you be thinking now is the opportunity maybe just to free things up a little bit, maybe to cut rates a little bit? Would you be is a rate cut appropriate right now?
I think you need the context. They've had a terrible, difficult decade with the global financial crisis, the decline in energy prices, the sanctions. And they've had excellent policy making through that. They've minimized the damage. They've controlled the budget. The central bank has, as you explained, has brought inflation down. They've dealt with problem banks. I think they need to continue to be cautious to make sure that this hard-won stability is maintained. Now, they've emerged from recession. The economy's recovering. I think they need steady as-you-go policies with respect to macro. I think the focus needs to be much more on how to get growth higher. Right now, our forecast for their medium-term growth is 1.5%. That's the same as our forecast for European growth. Russia needs to catch up in terms of living standards to Europe, to advanced economies. It won't happen if they're growing at the same pace as Europe. To catch up, they really need a couple of more points of growth. So to do that, they need to maintain stability and start thinking about having a more diversified, more private sector-oriented, more investment-driven economy.